Welcome to my look at the Hyper-Vigilant Saboteur and how this saboteur could be holding you back creatively. The Hyper-Vigilant Saboteur is always scanning for what could go wrong. It's always anxious, it's always on high alert, and that is exhausting. And I know this because I have the Hyper-Vigilant Saboteur and I used to be absolutely frazzled by it. And in terms of your creativity, when you're perpetually exhausted from being in that hypervigilant state most of the time, it doesn't leave much energy or headspace to be creative. And I can absolutely testify to that because since I've been able to turn the volume down on my Hyper-Vigilant Saboteur, I have created so much more space for so much more creativity in my life. So that's one way it hampers creativity. Another is that the hypervigilant is fear-based. So if you spend a lot of time imagining all the things that could go wrong, that puts you off taking creative risks, or sometimes not even risks, but it puts you off taking any steps that your hypervigilant saboteur convinces you are risky. So if you often catch yourself saying things like, "Oh, what if this happens?" or "What if that happens?" and then you imagine the cascade of other bad things that might happen, that is a pretty strong sign that you might have a hypervigilant saboteur. So for example, if you see an ad for an acting class and you go, "Oh wow, yeah, I want to refresh my acting skills and I want to connect with other actors and have some fun." But then your hypervigilant pipes up and goes, "Oh, it's been a while since you've done any acting. What if you make a fool of yourself? Yeah, and then what if someone posts something about you online and then everyone sees it and then they all think that you can't act anymore and so you never get to perform ever again. So it's probably best you don't go." Okay, I may have exaggerated that a little bit, but 2 minutes earlier, you were excited about a new opportunity, but now you've imagined a scenario where you've been shamed online and are never going to act again, ever. That kind of sums up the hypervigilant saboteur. Anxious, skeptical, thinks life is dangerous and is constantly in survival mode and will do whatever it takes to keep you safe. Now, of course, it is normal to feel nervous or a little bit apprehensive about the unknown or a new experience, but when this tips over into you stopping yourself from embracing creative opportunities, that is when this saboteur needs addressing, because it's not just exhausting, constantly feeling that way, it is upsetting. And like I say, I have this saboteur and I have experienced that sadness and frustration that always playing safe and staying small can bring. So what is the alternative? It's feeling safe, calm, confident, regardless of what is going on around you, within reason, obviously. It's about being able to access your creativity and embrace creative opportunities, yes, maybe with a little bit of nerves, but not with crippling anxiety. And it's about being able to access more of your rational thinking so that you can clearly evaluate, well, what is a risk? What is a genuine risk? What is something that you should definitely not be doing? And what is something that is absolutely fine? And when you are no longer paralyzed by fear and exhausted from all the anxiety coursing through you, you can be more creative. You can go to that acting class. You can contact that producer about a new project you know they're working on, or you can get up and perform poetry at open mic nights. That's the one that I did, the poetry and the open mic nights. So yeah, you can embrace more of your creativity and more of your creative thinking, and you can embrace being more fully you. That's me embracing being fully you. So that's an introduction to the Hyper-Vigilant Saboteur. If you want to learn more about how the other saboteurs might be affecting you or holding you back creatively, follow me or check out my other saboteur videos.